Hello everybody, welcome back to Squealing Guitars. My name is Ben Keatley and today I'm going to be showing you an extra special Gibson Les Paul Standard from 2019. So if you want to come and follow me, we'll go and check it out. As you can see here on the wall, we have the Gibson Les Paul High Performance from 2019 and this is the Blueberry Burst. Burst. This is a highly controversial guitar because at the time Gibson were trying to develop on their 2015 kind of disaster models and try to bring the high performance back. So the high performance is basically, as it says in its name, it's built to be a very high spec instrument for the modern guitar player. So you have push-pull knobs on all of the volume and the tones. You have the kind of chrome, kind of modern hardware. We have a rich light fingerboard. We've got an asymmetrical slim taper neck. We've got locking tuners. We have the recessed heel. It's very modern, and obviously a lot of kind of purists and vintage connoisseurs of Gibson hated this guitar. But I think we should give it a fair kind of hearing. Make sure to go and check over it, see how the guitar actually is. Because these are really high spec standard models. These weren't custom shop, remember, these are the Les Paul standards. They're from the Gibson USA factory. So you get a lot of value with these. These kind of, on the second-hand market kind of go for about $2.5 to $3 grand. So you kind of save a lot of money getting one of these. The thing that people hated probably the most was this HP4 high performance circuit, which basically means you have dip switches inside the guitar to change the function of the volume and the tones. Each one of these knobs does something different, which I'll get to in a minute, but it's a very confusing guitar. And when I was playing, obviously at some points I wouldn't even use some of the added circuits, but it is all there if you wanted to be a recording guitar player and use it. Some of the bits I really like about this guitar is we have a Toned Pros locking bridge. So you can see here we have a little Allen key adjustment, so when we change the strings, the bridge isn't going to fall off the guitar. I really like the chrome pickup rings. I think it looks a bit like an ESP, it looks really nice, and I really like the chrome tip here without the poker chip. The rich light fretboard looks amazing and plays really nicely, and we have really nice mother of pearl inlays. I also think the HP little truss rod cover there looks really cool and classy. And obviously locking tuners are a bonus because they are, reduce time for string changes and stay in tune a little bit better. Got a nice little belly carve here and that recessed heel, which again I think is really cool. The pickups in these, we have a Burstbroker Pro and Lead pickups. They're kind of the standard flagship pickups for that era, and we have some nice kind of jumbo strap buttons. So some really cool specs on this Les Paul. So I've already done the sound demo for this guitar, so let's go back in time to the video room and see what it sounds like. Okay, so let's hear the neck pickup in humbucker mode. Split that down using the volume control. So as you can hear there, a massive difference in tone. It's very weird having a single coil sound on a Les Paul, but it's a very interesting tone. It's kind of similar to a PRS, I guess. You get the balls from obviously having a bigger piece of mahogany and a big neck, but it is very single coil. There's a very nice, interesting sound to it. So now let's hear the bridge pickup. We'll start in humbucker mode, so that's all the switches down, and then we'll change it to split mode. This is it split. Humbucker. Split mode. So as you can hear there, back and forth, there's a big difference between them two sounds, and the split tones sound really nice. They sound very genuine and are very usable. The way I would use this is on the clean channel, I would use the split setting, so I get a little more of a thinner tone, and then when I switched over to the gain channel, I would engage the humbuckers. Let me demonstrate what that would sound like. So So what that does is it gives you a lot more dynamic range and allows you to kind of push the amp further on the distortion channel, getting that really nice saturated tone, but it means you can pull back in the clean sections and really bring that dynamic down. So let's check out the out of phase sounds now. To get the out of phase sound, you pull up the tone knob on the next side and it gets you that kind of P degree sound. So that's got that kind of iconic greeny tone and is really good for kind of replicating a string. I don't know about you, but I really like that tone. And it's quite rare for a lot of Les Pauls to actually have that tone, so it gives you one up. And finally, we'll just check out the inner and outer coil function on the bridge pickup. So this is it on the outer. So it's basically whether you're on the slug coil, the screw coil, whether you're on the outside or the inside. So you can get a very slightly different tone there, but as you can hear, that was very, very subtle.
So that brings us to the end of the video. What do I think about this guitar? My final thoughts. I think it's a great playing guitar. I really like the slim taper and the kind of the way it was asymmetrical, so it changed across the neck. I felt when you're playing right up at the top, it's really good for lead playing, and when you're playing low, it's really good for riffs. I think this guitar is perfect for any metal guitar player or a guitar player who's playing modern styles, basically. The downsides are I'm not a big fan of the switching system. I think it's a little bit convoluted. There's a little bit too much there. Maybe if they stripped it back a little bit, it would be the perfect setup. I think they just need to split, and I really like the kind of out of phase tones because it reminds me of the Peter Green sound. But yeah, awesome guitar. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below, and make sure to like this video, and most importantly, subscribe. But we'll see you in the next video. I've been Ben, this has been Squealing Big Guitars, and I'll see you soon.